All right, and welcome back to the big new experience of esports. It is the Accra Esports Week, where we are live here inside the Esports Academy at Hacho. It is day 4 of the Accra Esports Week, and trust me, it's been a full experience. In fact, we've got every bit of it. We've got the excitement, we've got the joy, we've got some disappointments too. We've got it all, don't we, Victor?
I mean, everything, has been displayed in this Accra Sports Week. I mean, the moment of tears, the moments of joy, the moment of magic, the moment of brilliance, the moment of disappointment. I mean, some of the big gangs have fallen, some of the new chaps have risen. I mean, it's been full of surprises.
Full of definitely surprises, and that's what the Accra Esports Week is all about. Now, Accra, popularly known as I Cry, so definitely there have been some tears right here. Yes, so going on today, we have brought to you the Conquest Efootball tournament, the Conquest Efootball Championship. Now, mind you, for those who don't know yet, Efootball comes from the Pro Evolution Soccer days, the Konami game. Yes, that Konami game has evolved into Efootball now, and today we've had 2 groups, 4 players each, so that means 8 players did battle in the group stages, and we have moved from the group stages. Now we are going straight into the semis, where we have 4 players battling for, the top 2 slots and probably the 3rd and 4th position. The first 3 are actually going to be rewarded, but then for the 4th position, maybe you might just give me a handshake and say well done.
Maybe a cook as well.
Maybe a cook as well. But mind you, first place is walking home with 500 Ghana cedis, second place 300 Ghana cedis, and third place 200 cedis. Yes, that is the pot prize for this particular eFootball tournament right here. So we have the semi-final coming up, but then before we get into the semis, let me quickly run through how the group stages went by. And so in group 1, we saw the Prince of PES. That's what he calls himself. But then PES has evolved into eFootball now. So maybe now he is the Prince of eFootball.
Or maybe we'll wait for the updates.
Yes, maybe the update might even turn him into a king at the end of the day. But then the Prince is currently leading group 1. And so he did that with 9 points. That's 100%
huge
record.
100% record. It's 3 on 3.
3 on 3.
That's
with a goal
lovely.
difference of 4.
Wow, that's lovely.
Beautiful. He actually scored 4 and conceded none.
It tells you of his mentality. It tells you of his sight. When he's controlling the pad, he's fantastic.
Exactly. He absolutely has a lot of control on that part. And then in that same group 1, Faculty came next, and he got through with 3 points, but then more goals.
Wow. Because
in 3rd position we have Future. Future also got 3 points, but then his goal difference didn't help him in there. There was one guy called Holy. Holy unfortunately got no points. I think he just came to add to the numbers, don't you think?
Maybe it was made unholy on the
Interested. Holy got unholy right here. But then, that's the beauty of esports. From home, you might think when you are alone behind your console with your pad, you might think, oh, I am the best, I am among the best. But then when you come out and you meet other gamers from wide and abroad, that's when you feel the excitement, you actually feel the action itself. So Holy came home thinking, I'm sure he probably said some goodbye to his folks, saying, Charlie, I'm going to win the tournament today.
But certainly you should be on high hopes coming to such a tournament.
If you were in his shoes, how would you go back home to break this news that you came and got no points?
Maybe I'll go back home. Maybe I'll go through I don't know if there's no main gate. I'll go to that gate, bath, and then sleep. Maybe in the morning I say, I came back.
Anyway, so the first semi-final match is on now, and this match is between Prince of PES and Joao. Now, Joao, mind you, is a Portuguese, and he has decided to do battle with us today. And so, don't you find that exciting? A foreigner wanting to involve himself in the Accra Esports Week by participating in a game. What do you make of that?
It tells you the platform. It tells you how he values it. It tells you what Accra Esports Week will be coming in the next years to come.
Exactly.
It's likely we'll have people from all walks of life.
Exactly.
Registering and partaking. Then we can be looking at a festival for Africa.
Exactly.
Accra Week becoming the festival for Africa. Maybe in some years to come.
We'll talk more about that. But then let's get into the game right now. And Victor, take us on.
Well, so Yao,
Yeah, was actually playing with France, a Portuguese, but then he decided to go with the French national team. And Prince is rather playing with Portugal in this match here. And obviously, you can see the Portuguese, they are in that white kit with, of course, their red and green colors running through. And the French national team, they are in their traditional, blue. What do you call this shade of blue, though?
Maybe
dark navy blue, dark blue.
I think dark blue.
Anyway, so that is it. The French national team in the dark blue shirts with the white pants to match, and of course the red horses right here. So let's go.
That was a secret of a Portuguese trying to use France. It means France, the national team, has got some lovely secret behind it.
Of course, obviously they've got the depth, they've got the skill, and they've got, the strength as well to match with it. So let's see how that will, aid Joao in this particular fixture right here.
So here comes Joao. Griezmann. Oh, lovely dummy there. Looking for that space, try the ball through, but it's been stopped by Rafael Leo, I guess. Bernardo Silva. There's Dembele, lofty one inside. Again, trying to pick Kylian Mbappe, but it's been stopped. Here comes Joao Felix. It's back to Danilo Pereira. Oh, swings the ball to the far side. Looking for that run of Bernardo Silva, but again, so much power behind the ball to be kept. And you can see Prince. Well, I think that he's been fantastic. 53 ball possession already. Wow, this definitely is a Prince looking to become a king soon. Trameni, right in his own half, would love to give the ball to Lucas Hernandez. It's back to Rafael Varane. Oh, lovely throw to the far side to fight Theo Hernandez. These are two brothers.
Yes, obviously the Hernandez family right in there.
Got Trameni. Well, he's been dropped a bit deep into the defensive half for France.
I think that's an intentional effort from Joao right there, because Prince has been threatening with his attack in this particular tournament right here. So that bolster of the defense by Tchouameni is a very tactical one there from Joao. Kudos to him for noticing that.
Yeah, that must be very technical and tactical as well, because Tchouameni loves to clear the ball. Loves to sweep the ball most of the time. And he's been stopped there by Pepe. Back to Joao Felix, looking for that space. He's got the man to his side, but still looking for options. Finds Rafael Varane. That's a throw in for Prince. Quickly faking. Kamavinga. He's trying to connect to Coleman in the middle, but he's been... Kamavinga. Oh, lovely ball there. And he's looking for smart. Dembele gets a fit to it, gives it on the low, sends in the A-swinger, and it's been cleared out by Joao Felix again. Lots of huge breathing space for Prince, the Prince of Efootball. Here comes a very lovely run by Danilo Pereira. Sends in a crossing and finds a man in the white set. Lots of space. Cristiano Ronaldo, and it's out.
Now that was an abysmal effort there. Ronaldo and Bruno Fernandes got wrong communication, and at the end of the day, close chance. But then at the end of the day, Ronaldo blocked off the effort from his own teammates right there. I think Prince should be positioning his players in the right space so that they can probably work with some freedom right there.
Well, so 38 minutes already in this game. Here comes Joao Felix. Plenty of space. He's got 4-3 men up front as well. Decides to leave the ball to Bruno Fernandes, who finds Bernardo Silva. I was trying to push it onto the path of Cristiano Ronaldo, but straight into the arms of Hugo Lloris. It's been a quality addition at the back between the two stakes for Joao and the Portuguese. Who have decided to partake in this Accra Esports week. And that tells you of the future of this particular festival in the years to come. But here comes France. Ousmane Dembele. He's got nobody attached, sensing the crossing, but again it's been cleared out. Oh, this is going to be very interesting as we look to have very exciting. Just look at the man, Joao. I'm sure he's just thinking, look, I should have been in a lead by now.
Obviously, I mean, he got some chances as well, but then I think Prince isn't giving him an easy run for his money right there. So Prince is equally, I mean, facing his threats right there. And look at the setups they are playing with. It looks like a 4-3-3 for the French national team and a 4-2-3-1 for, I mean, the Portuguese national team. And there you have in your shot the man Prince, the Prince of PES, the Prince of everything esports.
Efootball, I mean, 9 points from 3 games. I mean, that is incredible. I mean, oh my goodness. And he's a Portuguese. I mean, he would love to, I mean, call back home and tell them, look, I just won Accra Esports Week.
Most definitely, I'm sure he's just sitting on tenterhooks waiting till he clenches it on Saturday at the finals at the Accra Esports Stadium, and then he can boastfully say, man, I went to Ghana and I scored them all. But then that would be such a shame for us, wouldn't it?
Certainly, and his chair must be very tiny at the moment.
Of course, definitely, definitely. Tiny and hot as well. I mean, there's a lot of hot seats right here. But then, mind you, we are at the Accra Esports Weekday 4, and it's the Efootball Conquest, which is happening now. We are in that semi-final stage. We're just looking for the 2 finalists that will be playing out the final on Saturday, the crowning moment of this particular event right here. And second half of the first leg of that first semi-final match is on now.
So here comes Kylian Mbappe, the young chap. Alonso brings so much quality and depth to Yao's side. So in case you just join us, I mean, Yao is using France, whilst Prince is using Portugal. And we've done 52 minutes already. Pereira, Ruben Neves, back to Bernardo Silva. Oh, ample space. I mean, exchanging some beautiful passes among themselves. Well, Ronaldo is on a yellow card. Griezmann, oh, lovely play there from Griezmann, who finds Ousmane Dembele. Tchouameni. Gio Hernandez. Is João Felix really passing the ball in his own half as well? Griezmann. Oh, this might be interesting. The connections very perfect. But they'll be looking for those incisive passes. I mean, well-tailored pass. I mean, well-tailored delivery if they want to break the deadlock. João Felix fails to locate Cristiano Ronaldo. But can Ronaldo keep it in play? Yes, he does. I mean, he's got no competition at all. João Felix. So he's prince of the game, very comfortable at the moment. Really controlling this affairs here. And that's a very poor kick, very abysmal as well. Really flying very high onto the roof of the net. Long kick inside by Yao. Griezmann. Oh, lovely play there. But again, you know it. That the Portuguese defense was not going to allow so much space to Yao to really thread his needles through. But he finds Dembele, Griezmann, and a cross, I mean, comes off the body of Pepe, and that's a throw-in.
Very, very deadlocked match right here. It looks like both sides are really finding it difficult to break the defenses of each other, and I can't really even see a winner coming out of this match. It looks like it might end in a draw for me at the end of this first leg right here.
Oh, so that's Vespa saying it might end in a drop, but let's see what Yao has got under his sleeve. Sensing the crossing, and it's tipped away. Return ball, oh my goodness, comes off the woodwork, and it's cleared off. Huge one for Portugal there, and that is a huge breath for Prince as well. Moment of sadness, moment of nearly letting his guns down.
Yes, of course, those were some very nervy moments for him, and I'm sure that would have probably brought him to the edge of his seat. But then looks like another opportunity. But then, I mean, that was very, very wild. I mean, that deflection of the Portuguese defense, almost letting in a goal right there. I mean, if not for the woodwork being in the right position, I'm sure Prince would have gone down by a goal now. But it looks like Yao was now really increasing and beefing up his attack. He's not letting down on his guns at all. And, I mean, Prince needs to be wary of that.
He just needs to be worried. But it's Ruben Diaz moments ago who failed to keep that ball on the turf and conceding a corner kick to be delivered by the man who needs no introduction, Kylian Mbappe. Well-tailored one, but he fails to deliver a tailored one into the 18-yard. But it's still Yao, and he's been dispossessed of the ball.
Now, talking about the term well-tailored brings to mind a joke about, this guy who went to a tailor to actually get a dress sewn, and another day he went back and then the dress actually had turned into a female dress. And so, I mean, the well-tailored efforts there didn't end up fitting him right there. And, I hope these set pieces will be well tailored, like we know the term to stand for, and not the opposite way.
So let's say it's got just 12 minutes on the clock to ensure that the lines are drawn between Yao and that of Prince as well. They are here to find the back of the net. Oh, interesting game it has been. But it's a free kick, and that will be for Yao. Kylian Mbappe, simple one, finds Karim Benzema. It's back to Tchouaméni. He's been dispossessed of the ball by Bruno Fernandes. Long ball there, looking for Cristiano Ronaldo, but he's been cut.
When you're putting passes into tight spaces, you should obviously expect it to be, obstructed. And so Yao probably would need to check that.
Well, it's Prince who is doubling his defensive line. Managed to get that one out, but it's Yao Felix to the far side. Finds you or Lucas Hernandez into the area, and it's to no body in particular. Fails to fall for the white side. They've got it now. Oh my God, what a hand to it. Hugo Lloris. Oh, really keeping Yao in this game with 90 minutes plus one here. How is it going to be in the story? Prince really pressing at this juncture. Danilo, Cristiano Ronaldo. Oh my goodness, and it's off. And it ends in a stalemate.
Yes, a stalemate is what I predicted right here, and it looks like that is what has happened. Of course, two giants. Of course, it tells you the depth of quality that these two players have. I mean, they have come through group stages into the semi-finals, so it means that none of them is an easy player right here. So they have actually lived up to the billing. But then definitely, we need to get that separation between them. We need to know who is actually going to get into that grand final right there. It is quite a tough match right here. Prince, is probably being proud, trying to represent his country, Ghana. On the other hand, I mean, Joao from Portugal definitely needs to make himself and Portugal proud as well. So it's quite an exciting time we're having here at the Accra Esports. I don't know about you. How did that match go for you?
Well, I mean, this was very interesting match, nerve-wracking moment as well from both sides. Look at the chance that fell to Yao Felix. I mean, I keep on referring, there's because of the Portuguese, Yao Felix, I keep on referring to Yao as Felix. But
exactly.
Pardon me. So that's Yao. I mean, he's having a very interesting game. Look at his distribution, especially in the second half. I mean, he was in full control of the game. Just that the final touches, the final deliveries by his frontline men. Mbappe probably, he was not well used in this game. I didn't see much of Karim Benzema, and I want to see him use them more in the next game.
All right, so we are getting into the next game now, the second leg of that semi-final between Yao and Prince. And it looks like they have gone for the same set of countries again. It is going to be a France versus Portugal affair. Mind you, it is Yao using that French national team and Prince using the Portuguese national team. And so here we go into the match.
Well, let's see if their guts, if their pride, if their bragging rights can be separated in a second contest, as both players have decided to retain their usual starting lineup using a previous match. Tchouaméni, it is back to Kamavinga. Oh, lovely back flick there, but now to just go onto the path of his opponent. Mbappe, lovely play by Mbappe, but again comes off the body of Pepe as Yao Felix will gather their broken paces. As Prince will love to check a bit up front to Ruben Neves. Danilo Pereira. Find Yao Felix again. Oh, lovely touch there. Looking for Cristiano Ronaldo, I guess. Rafael Guerrero. Lovely one, think inside. And again, oh, what a save by Hugo Lloris. Oh, match points there. Match points.
Yao just got off one bombshell that was, that almost hit into his net. And I think Prince is the unlucky one here. He got the connection right, but then unfortunately, it didn't just get into the nets yet. And I'm sure he'll keep searching for, that opening goal, particularly of the semi-final encounter.
So he's always searching out through The left hand side through Kylian Mbappe. He's been well marked there. To Hernandez. Benzema, the big Benz, has been kept quiet up front for Yao this evening. But a lot of credit to Prince.
Yeah, lots of credit. I mean, his defense made it difficult for, Benzema to get the right positioning to get a better shot. But then, kudos to you. I mean, Yao as well for getting, at least a corner. But unfortunately, that corner, that set piece wasn't put to good effect. But this match has been so difficult. If it was an exam, what would you liken this particular match to? Which subject?
Oh, this could be a science or mathematics.
A mathematical exam, right?
Maybe in geography, economics. I mean,
okay, of course.
You cannot talk about
difficult as well.
You cannot talk about geography in the university.
No, I'll have you educate me on that later.
My goodness.
It looks like that was an offside situation there. Yeah, was caught in offside position, and so Prince will now come through here. We have done 16 minutes of the second semi-final match. Still 0-0 right here. No goal coming through for both sides right from the first leg, and it is Joao now who gets his defense to do the job. Antoine Griezmann feeds into Camavinga into the middle. Karim Benzema, the Real Madrid talisman right there, finds Kylian Mbappe, who's just dazzling on the left side of attack right there. Couldn't get anything better, and so it is Portugal on the ascendancy now. Prince trying to get that pass through, but it was well detected by Theo Hernandez, who finds Ver out. It's Kylian Mbappe now. Just couldn't get that final pass through to. But then it's Benzema who finally gets onto it. But then, wow, what an excellent and heroic defending there from Prince. Getting right in front of Benzema, getting the ball away out of danger zone. It is Yao now with that throw in quickly effected. Antoine Griezmann. Antoine Griezmann is one case of probably a failed footballer, I must say. He was, on some heroic stance at Atletico Madrid until he decided to go to Barcelona. I mean, crossing the thread line from Madrid to Barcelona is one that rarely happens. This guy was bold enough to do it, but then that unfortunately probably spelled the end of his dazzling career that, he was promising. What do you think, Victor?
Interesting play. Griezmann is a top player. Just at the end of the World Cup, you realize that he was trying to, get back into his A form. And with some of lovely or explosive displays in Qatar, he's a player who will always give you high rating. Anytime you want to mark him in terms of his performance. And I think that he just needs time to tell himself, I'm at a different club. I have to accept the challenge. And you will see him do what he does best.
I think I will disagree with you on that one, because obviously Antoine Griezmann is steadily passing his prime age. He's passing his prime period in football, and it's unfortunate. In his early prime, he couldn't probably get on a hold on to any. Silverware, any important silverware.
At least World Cup. Yeah, at least World Cup in 2018.
He did.
That's the biggest
one. But I'm talking even of club side anyway. But then, enough said about Griezmann. The game is still on right here. 31 minutes of action in the second semi-final. The ball falls to Ronaldo, who couldn't get a feet onto it. It's Aurelien Tchouameni here to Eduardo Camavinga. Camavinga losing that one there. And this match has been hectic. But then the referee brings out a card out of his pocket, and it's a yellow card going to the Portuguese. And that's Joao on your shot right now. He seems too relaxed for my liking. What do you think?
Well, it's not just expression of relaxedness. It's expression of it's getting tough. He's telling you it's getting tough. I need to be doing something, because Prince looks to be nailing it when he needs those opening spaces to hit him on the break. But he's just meeting an A-class gamer there in Prince.
Definitely two A-class gamers at work right here. And, when the exam is so hard, the room is quiet. Yes, it's Benzema here with an opportunity for Joao, but then couldn't get that. The rebound fell to Mbappe, but then, wow, excellent goalkeeping from Rui Patricio right there for the Portuguese national team. And I think Prince will take in a deep breath right there. He almost fell to the sword of Joao right there.
Oh, that is huge. Just look at it. And you can see the fans, they want Prince to do the job.
Definitely they want Prince to do the job right there, but Prince isn't really getting the job done easily because Joao is no easy runoff right here. And here comes Prince trying to get the job done with a shot right there, but then the effort was just too feeble, and Hugo Lloris, the captain of the side, will get that one easily. A long searching pass finds Kylian Mbappe on the left side of attack. It's Mbappe twisting and turning. Mbappe couldn't get the ball into Benzema. But then the French have got back possession. Mbappe here with an effort finds Theo Hernandez, who will be looking to set in a cross, and the connection couldn't happen. It is still France national team. It's gotten Messi up there in the defense, but then wow, what a match. That brings us to the end of the first half of the second semi-final, and it is still goalless right here going into the break right there. 54% of possession for the French national team as opposed to 46 from the Portuguese right there. And now the players are looking to make some changes. What changes would you particularly advise to both sets of players?
I think they need to look at the attacking options again, inject some sort of pain up front. I mean, especially on the part of Yao. I mean, he needs to some fresh energy. He needs some new guys to get in there and see what is. Maybe he also has to change his tactics as well, because we are playing against Prince, who is very good in all departments. He knows how to defend, he knows how to attack, he knows how to distribute the ball. Maybe you just need to stop his connections to his players, and then you can frustrate him.
All right, so let's see how they both are going to frustrate each other, because already the match has been frustrating. There is no spaces for any goals at all. And so we back on action. It is Accra Esports Weekday 4, where we are having the Conquest Efootball tournament right here, the Efootball Championship. We are looking for two finalists who will be making their way to the Accra Esports Stadium on Saturday, where we have the grand finals of the Accra Esports coming on. Remind you, there's 20,000 cities up for grabs in all the 12 gaming disciplines that will be played. And so I mean, you should just watch out for that on our socials, or Accra Esports Week on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter, on Twitch as well, and on YouTube too, where we are streaming live today from the Esports Academy. 50 minutes of action in this second semi-final. It looks like Joao might get one in there. Vetera finds Mbappe with that cut back there, but then Mbappe loses that one to Bruno Fernandes. Bruno on the run. It's Ruben Neves. Neves finds Rafael Leao, that speedster, the boy from AC Milan right there. He has the pace, he has the power, sensing the cross right there. Ronaldo finds Bruno. Bruno feeds it back to Leao. It's a dangerous moment for Joao right here, but then his defense comes to his aid, and that ball. Wow, what a breather.
That interesting display from Prince there. I mean, look at the connections right from the back. He knows what he's doing. Regroup from the back, pick his players, pick Yao Felix, picks Kylian Mbappe, looks for Benzema. Again, he just needed to do the right thing when it matters most. And again, but great recovery by Yao again.
Definitely great recovery right there. And then it looks like there's a bit of a technical pause right there. Some controllers, I mean, the game parts have to be sorted right there. But then we are in the second half of the second semi-final game between Joao and Prince. Of course, we're looking for one man out of this game to go into that grand finals. And that in your shot is Joao, the Portuguese here. Unfortunately, Portuguese playing with the French national team. But then that's esports for you. That's the beauty. You can. In fact, I haven't seen any of them even playing with the Ghanaian team.
I mean, Liberty. Maybe very soon we should see the faces that we know, the likes of Andre Ayew, Mohamed Kudus. I mean, some of these Ghanaian gamers mastering their class. Use some of these gamers, but again, it's all about what these players gives to these gamers, the satisfaction they get from using some of these players on the biggest stage,
the ability and the skill set of these teams and players. But then of course it's all a choice game right here. So both players have made their choices, and so they have to play with it and go with it. And very soon be resuming, getting back into the game right
But
there.
you know one thing, you mentioned something that, it's still ringing in my mind. You said Konami.
Yes, Konami.
And it's still ringing in my mind.
Did you play Konami? Did you ever play Konami?
A few times. And in those times, I had to sleep early.
That's unfortunate, because back then in the game centers, and the game center culture is what has brought us here. Back then when schoolboys, some unfortunately would have to skip school, get into the game center. Some although will close school, get in there, but then always mommy will come calling with the cane for you to get out of there. But then that has brought us to this stage whereby esports or gaming has now been professionalized, and so it is no longer a culture for maybe school dropouts, but then now it has become a profession where it is yielding our careers, so that these gamers now can be professional gamers. They will be signed by teams, given a contract, they'll be paid, they will play tournaments, they'll win, and earn something for a living. And I mean, that's the beauty of esports now, and even at the moment it is looking like the future, don't you think?
Yeah, I mean, this is the future. This is the future for, I mean, for most of the young people out there who will be looking for it to make something for themselves. I mean, back in the days, people used to sleep in these game centers across various parts of the world. I mean, 3 days, 4 days. I mean, just playing some. It was as if we knew that sometime to come, this will be the future.
Exactly. And so the future is what we are witnessing right here at Accra Esports. We can finally gets a break in that deadlock. Eduardo Camavinga.
And it's always this guy. I mean, Eduardo Camavinga. He has always been a game changer. Even at Real Madrid, where he plays, I mean, he has always been a game changer. Even in Qatar, anytime he's been introduced, you realize that he effortlessly changed the face of the game.
I mean, look at that build-up right there. It fell to his feet at the right position, and he wasted no time in burying it in that corner of the goal post.
Defensive error by Prince. I mean, had so many 4 or 5 wide sets within the penalty area, but nobody was marking that young chap again. What a way to get onto the score sheet by Yao.
Interesting times right here. After about 65 minutes in the semi-final, the second semi-final game, that the second leg, we have eventually gotten a goal, and that goal was scored by Joao, the Portuguese international, who has decided to participate in this Accra Esports Week here, particularly in this Efootball Conquest that is happening live right here at the Esports Academy, and the game is on. It is Joao again on the attack. Antoine Griezmann failed to control that, and the ball crosses the line. Quick throw in there for Prince, who would be looking to find an equalizer right now. 70 minutes of in-game time played right here. Olivier Giroud trying to get a second goal for Joao right there, and I'm sure a second goal would definitely put him in a comfortable place.
I mean, it should finish off the game. It should finish off the game. Look, if you are Prince, you should be looking for ways to get back into this game quickly. Just 27 minutes left on the clock for him to get back into the game, and I'm wondering what he'll be doing at this juncture.
At this juncture, Prince definitely needs to do a lot to get back into this game right now. There is limited time and the clock keeps ticking, but then mind you, this is the second semi-final game right here. There is another set of semi-final games coming on between Faculty and MBO, and that will be played next right after this match. But then right about now, it is Joao in action here with Antoine Griezmann. He's been brilliant in this setup here today, but then he's been dispossessed by the Portuguese national team. But Chouameni comes to the aid of that defense right there. Hugo Lloris finds Lucas Hernandez. Hernandez to Chouameni. Chouameni to Eduardo Camavinga, the man who got the goal, the only goal of this match right here. Mbappe looking to get that pass, but then couldn't find its target.
You know, I was just telling about what is the secret behind this French national team. I mean, everybody loves to go for this team. There seems to be a secret behind it. Look at the start list of players in there.
About a few seconds more and probably some added time for Prince to make a difference, but at the moment it is Joao who is in steady control of this game. We are now in the dying embers of the game. The semi-final encounter between Prince and Joao, and it is Prince right here with the last chance right here, but then straight into the legs of the waiting Rui Patricio.
That should be
to the end of the game, and Joao in your shot right there, winning that semi-final encounter, booking a seat on the grand final stage right there, as opposed to the Prince of Perth. Prince of Perth has disappointed. Now he couldn't get to that kinship status.
I mean, that's interesting, by the way.
He couldn't even get into probably second place for him to be called a prince right now. So what are we going to call him?
Well, let's maintain his prince.
Okay,
because on Saturday we'll be seeing a king.
Okay, all right. So we shall maintain the Prince status for Prince right now. But then kudos to Joao, who has booked a a seat on that grand final stage. On this note, we are going for a quick break, and we'll be back with the second semi-final game of the Conquest eFootball 2020.
And probably an interview, I suppose.
Yes, definitely. We'll be getting some of these players to come speak to us. Let us hear of them, share their experiences as they sit on that hot seat with their controllers in their hand. But then we'll be right back. Stay tuned.
Game on.
Some legends fight for fortune, others answers. But we shall all be forged in the glorious realm.
Mirage, quiet. Path, are we clear?
This is my favorite part. Exciting. Game over. Thanks for playing.
So welcome back to the Accra Esports Week Day 4, live here at the Esports Academy. And of course, we are on today the Conquest eFootball Championship, the eFootball tournament right here. And we just witnessed a very tight match, a tight semi-final match between these two gentlemen I have here with me. And so let me just speak to them and get their experience out of the match. But then, Joao, how are you feeling? How are you feeling with this whole experience here at the Accra Esports Week?
Yeah, I'm feeling well. This was a first time. I just got to hear about this tournament and just decided to participate.
But then how did you hear about this tournament? I'm quite curious about that.
There's a WhatsApp group for the people that play
gamers,
the
exactly.
eFootball.
Exactly.
They sometimes do some small leagues, some small tournaments.
Okay.
And that was where they advertised this tournament.
All right.
And I just decided let's participate to get to know the community, get to know people. I got to know Prince, was one of the first ones that I met here. It was unfortunate that I had to play with him. I got lucky, ended up winning, but it was a fun experience, hard match, and let's see the next one, how it goes.
All right, I mean, that's the beauty of the Accra Esports Week. We have said that we are consolidating and connecting everyone within the space. And so it's amazing that he heard this from, one of the esports communities on WhatsApp, and that has brought him here. And already he is on that grand final stage. But then let's talk to you, Prince. How are you feeling? Are you sad? Are you excited? Are you sorrowful? Do you want to cry? Should I give you a tissue?
Oh, no. It's really a privilege playing with Joao. We wanted to play each other for long, but we couldn't get the chance, the opportunity to play each other. Today is the first time of me facing him. He's a really good eFootball player. He really plays online matches and stuff. So I'm not sad though, because I met a good opponent. He's a good opponent. So he's scoring me lesson learned.
Obviously, it was a really tight match right there. Two very good players in there coming up against each other. But then, what do you think went wrong for you?
Oh, the goal is scored. I couldn't understand. That goal, at least my defense wasn't active with the shot he played.
I'm sure you probably lost focus at that point.
I actually lost focus.
What are you thinking of? Tell me, what were you thinking of?
Oh, still on the game. I wanted to lead by 1 goal. I wanted to be the first to score. So that is my motive playing
Okay,
against
so
Jam.
your focus was on attack.
Yeah, I know that I'm really good in defending. So I just needed a goal. Then I could defend throughout, but it didn't help.
All right, too many words for the man who lost this game right there. But then let's come back to Joao now. Joao, you are now on that grand final stage. I'm sure you'll be coming up against either MBO or Faculty. How do you think that final match is going to go for you?
Let's see. I think the MBO, it's the player that I know because he was on the same group. I played him on the first match. We drawed. Very strong opponent. I don't know the other opponent, but I think MBO will probably go on to the final.
Oh, really? You're already predicting who you're going to face?
I think so. It's the only one that I know. The other opponent, unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to watch him play. I'm sure he's strong. Otherwise, he won't be at these later stages of the tournament. But that's it. I hope it's MBO because it's the one that I already played.
All right. We shall see how that unfolds in that particular match right here. But then tell me about this whole experience when you got here and witnessing this particular Accra Esports week going. What do you have to say about the entire festival going on?
It's a good event. This is, I think, what the community needs. I'm a very strong fan of this game, the eFootball. I've been playing for so long. I'm very old at this stage.
Exactly.
Well, at least older than everyone.
Sure.
But I'm a fan, and I'm always available, and I always try to look for what events, what gatherings there are regarding this game, and I always try to participate.
All right. Thank you, Joao, for coming to participate. And of course, it goes out there for you as well. You can always join and help us participate. But then, Prince, talk to me. I think all hope is not lost for you yet. You still have a third and fourth match to play come Saturday at the Accra Sports Stadium. What should our audience be looking out for?
It's a straight win. I've faced the best opponents in the tournament so far, so
it's a straight win. You're sure about that?
Very sure about that.
Anyway, your last words before we wrap up here. I mean, about the Accra Esports Week on Saturday, the final is coming on. What should viewers do? How can they join? What should they expect?
Well, it will really be an amazing final. They need to expect great things on that day, and all the best.
All right, all the best to everyone right here, to the players, and of course to our audience and to the fans that will be joining us at the Accra Mall on Saturday. Come one, come many, come witness greatness right here. It is Accra Esports Week. We'll be back with our second semi-final game after this break. Stay tuned.
The semis, we have best of 3 to play.
I will banish you to Chaos Realm. Chaos? Now you're talking!
Okay, guys, welcome back. And, we are getting very close to the end of the day here. But then, of course, we are still on that Football Conquest. We still need to get, the 2 finalists. Already we have one person who's booked a very comfortable seat, a VVIP seat in the final. And we just spoke to him, Joao, right here, the man from Portugal. And he seems very excited about this festival right here. And he's hoping to see more happen. He's hoping to also see, such activity happening for the communities of eFootball. And so now we are getting into that second semi-final game. And Victor, that is coming up between one man who actually represented Ghana in Istanbul recently during the Global Esports Federation Games. And it was quite an experience for him. I'm sure he's brought that down now. So let's see how this match goes for him. He's in the person of MBO. Yes, MBO. And he is also from that Play Province team. And he's coming up against another team player, same team player, another Play Province teammate called Faculty, whom you have been mentioning. Of course, Faculty is that, multi-diversified player. He plays both FIFA, eFootball, and I'm sure some other games that we know of. So what do you make about this matchup, MBU Faculty?
This should be a very interesting game, knowing well that they are coming from the same team, that is Play Province. For Play Province, it should be a win-win for them, but for the players, it should be a bragging right.
Most definitely.
You've got MBO, or I love to call him Umbo.
Okay.
Because of his MBO name. Right. Coming from Bali.
Umbo sounds like Cameroonian.
Yeah. But he's got so much experience under his sleeve. Has played some of the top eFootball athletes, and he should pick a lot of lessons. On board back to Ghana, and then I think that he should be given a very difficult match to Faculty. In this particular game.
All right, so the match is on now. It is MBU playing with the French national team, and Faculty has switched to a club team, Barcelona, by virtue of the fact that he mentioned that he loves to see Lewandowski play in there. And so let's see how this match goes here. 5 minutes of action, and Barcelona, they are in the brown kit, or someone will call it the golden kits right here. And the French national team are in their away kits, the white shirts, the blue pants, and then, of course, the white horses to match. And that offside situation there, where Faculty was caught, and now the ball has been floated in. It is Robert Lewandowski. What would you have to say about this man here, this gentleman, Lewandowski? Moving from Bayern Munich to Barcelona, has it been all rosy for him? What do you think, Victor?
At Bayern, he's one player that he's always gets the result, and he's always getting you the goals. But in Barcelona, it hasn't been like that. Again, you might also understand the fact that age is catching up with him. He does not have the same setup around him again like he does have in Bayern, where he's the main pivot man. But in Bayern setup, you are not the main pivot man all the time. You've got other players who are also want to score, and I'm sure that has been the issue for him.
Unfortunately, that is the issue, whereby he isn't finding that comfortable setup he was used to at Bayern Munich. But then talking about setups right here, the Barcelona team that Faculty is using has Lewandowski right there as a lone striker. He's been supported by Ousmane Dembele on the right wing and Pedri on the left wing. And is that a goal? How did that enter the nets, Victor?
Oh, goodness. Look at him. I was talking about experience, and look at it here. That is the man.
Full of smiles. Look at his face right there. That man is just so excited. That was just against the run of play. The ball was right there with the Barcelona team, and after a quick break, after such quick counter-attacking, he just stood right there. Look at that goal. Look at that replay.
Look at it. He must be surprised himself as well.
Oh, my word.
Oh, goodness. Everybody there must be shocked. I'm sure yourself you are shocked as well.
I definitely am.
Goodness.
I definitely am right here.
And I saw Andres Stegen in a goal post for Barcelona. I shocked.
Of course, he was lost. He didn't even know where the ball was coming from and where it was going to end. And wow, kudos to MBO putting in the experience, getting that first goal right here of the second semi-final match. And we're still on right here now. It is the French national team. Mbappe tried to find Rabiot, but Rabiot was brought down. And so Barcelona with the ball now. Memphis Depay finds Jordi Alba to Pedri, but then that pass has been cut short. They didn't find its intended targets. Benzema in a position to shoot, but then his left foot was too strong on that occasion, sending the ball way wide. But then even he was in offside position, and VAR has corrected that for us.
Yes, sincerely. I think what MBO is trying to do is to beat Faculty on the break from outside the 18 yard. Maybe he has just realized that straight through those pocket of spaces is very tight by Faculty, because he's a defensive-minded player as well. It's better he normally shoot from outside. I think that will get a job done for him.
Okay, that seems like a wise game plan to use, since the defense of Faculty has become so tight. So probably shooting from outside the 36-yard box might probably do the justice for him. And of course, it has worked for him so far. He's gotten a goal out of it, and so he's probably looking to count on that. Lewandowski now trying to find Depay, but then the pass was intercepted. It is Kylian Mbappe now finds Benzema. Benzema couldn't get it to Veteraut right there, and so Barcelona right now, it's become a ding-dong affair in the midfield here. Both players trying to struggle it off, trying to win the ball in the midfield positions, and it looks like the referee has called for an infringement right here. 27 minutes of action in this first half of the second semi-final game between MBO and Faculty.
I think there's so much cloudiness. I mean, right in the middle, they are not really using the flanks. I mean, somebody should be trying to make use of that flank, and I'm sure MBO will have to go for the flank. I mean, his first goal, it was from the flank into Karim Benzema, and then he managed to beat him there. And so I want to let them open up the game a bit. Let us see that expressive football. Let us see that fine football, and let's see what becomes of this game.
Okay, so Victor right now wants to see the switch from the central play into, you know, the wide play where the wings will be used, where we'll see some crosses coming in and some very fast runs on the edges of the pitch right there. But then here is Marc-Andre ter Stegen finds Ferran Torres with that long searching throw. Frankie de Jong to Ferran Torres to Depay. Depay finds Lewandowski. Oh, such beautiful thread of passes right there. Dembele, that man who has very versatile feet, trying to send in a cross, but then Hugo Lloris was very aware of that situation, came catching the ball. It is France now on attack here. It is MBO who might be looking to add a second, but then kudos to Faculty. Brave defending right there. Frankie de Jong finds Ousmane Dembele. Dembele to Lewandowski. Lewandowski finds Memphis Depay. And here is Faculty looking for that equalizer here. It's Dembele. Cuts back to his left foot. Finds Frankie de Jong in the middle of the pitch. Pedri couldn't get the ball to Ferran Torres, who is now wide on that left side of the pitch right there. There's Andres Christensen in defense. But then woeful defending there. Christensen almost proving fatal, that pass right there.
I mean, oh goodness me! I mean, that's a real strike, real class save there by Andre ter Stegen. He got a hand to it, rescuing. I mean, Faculty. Else he would have been down by 2 goals.
An opportunity here again. It looks like an offside position, but then the referee's whistle hasn't gone up yet, and that has been allowed for a goal. It is the second goal for MBO. Kylian Mbappe, the goal scorer in that situation right there. Victor, what do you make of that goal?
I mean,
for a minute I thought it was offside.
I mean, yes, but it stands. It tells you that, look, there's a system that is monitoring the game even better than us.
Definitely, most definitely. And that system has been very effective.
Very effective. But again, what a very blunderous defending by Faculty. I mean, I'm not seeing his confidence in this game. I'm not seeing his determination, his tenacity in this game. It looks as if he's playing against experienced gank in the person of MBO, and he's really taking the game to him.
Of course, MBO, that man that recently touched down from Istanbul, showing why he actually deserved to go and represent Ghana right here. He has made it right from the group stages, and he is now in the semi-final stage where he's come up against Faculty, and he is giving it to Faculty left, back, right, center, north, east, west. He is really dominating this affair here. But then here's an opportunity for Faculty, and that lofted pass got onto the head of Lewandowski, but then that was brave goalkeeping right there from, Hugo Lloris, who had to stretch his entire length to get onto that ball.
I mean, clap for him, clap for Hugo Lloris. What a save. Oh, goodness. Faculty was nearly back into the game.
Faculty trying to get back into the game after going down by 2 goals, but then brave goalkeeping there from the man who has just retired from international football, Hugo Lloris, who actually saved MBO on that occasion right there. But then we're on again, 54 minutes of action. It is the first leg of the second semi-final encounter here between MBO and Faculty. It is the Accra Esports Week, Day 4, where the Efootball Conquest is on. Here comes Pedri in the middle of the pitch. Gets the ball to Andres Christensen. Christensen gives it to Dembele on the far right. Dembele finds Lewandowski, the Polish international. But then that was a woeful pass to no one actually. And MBA would collect that coolly. That is Jules Koundé. Koundé finds Rabiot in the middle of the pack. It's Rabiot, Mbappe. Mbappe gets to Benzema. Benzema to Veterat. Veterat with an opportunity to get another goal here. And that shot saved by Marc-Andre ter Stegen right there. Victor.
I mean, MBO is really dominating this game. He's showing class in this game. He's maybe perhaps, you know, when you go to play province, the gamers between themselves know who is a senior, and I'm sure between the two of them, one person knows that, look, once it is the two of us, you are going to beat me. And maybe, I'm sure MBO, because of his experience, I mean, is telling it all right here. But again, the defensive network for Faculty has been missing.
Obviously, on paper, MBO looks like the favorite right here. That was another close opportunity there, but then another very brave goalkeeping there from Marc-Andre ter Stegen, preventing MBO from getting a third goal right here. But then I was just saying that on paper, MBO definitely is a favorite, but I'm sure Faculty will just admit to that easily, and that's why he's up here with the challenge of trying to, I mean, get square with MBO right here. It is Faculty with his Barcelona team right here trying to build an attack, but then that attack didn't go through successfully. It is MBO, another opportunity, but then a very weak shot right there, don't you think, Victor?
Yeah, a very weak shot. I mean, did all the job. I mean, distributed the ball to his players. And you look at the confidence with it. He passes the ball around. That tells you that he's got control. He's got control of this game. Look at it. But I think Faculty is allowing so much spaces behind his team. I mean, to allow those cheeky mistakes, and then he could be punished as well.
Most definitely, those cheeky mistakes have been punished earlier, and they could be punished more if Faculty doesn't beef up that defense right there. Here is MBO with Andre Rabiot. But then that is an unfortunate situation hereby. Faculty has turned the ball into his own net. Jordi Alba, the culprit in that situation right there.
Oh, yeah.
He failed to clear the ball well and giving an own goal, a gift of a goal right there from Faculty. Wow.
It's a sign of gifts. I mean, that's a sign of gift from Faculty.
You know, Christmas season is over. There's no more Santa Claus. But then here is Faculty trying to act like one. What do you think is going on?
I mean, he's just lost it completely in this game. He's lost focus in this game. Maybe perhaps, I mean, that was not what he was looking out for with this Barcelona team. He was hoping to really take the game to MBO, but it looks as if MBO is really flexing his muscles at this particular juncture. And it's just sad, I mean, for the young gamer.
It is really sad indeed. And here comes MBO, who almost got onto an opportunity for a fourth goal right there. It looks like a bloodbath right here. MBO giving it to his own teammate Faculty. And I'm sure this will be that bragging right from him today. I mean, probably Faculty threw a challenge to him earlier, but MBO has lived up to the billing. He has proven why he is Ghana's representative on that international stage. Now, there is another player, Tunaye, who actually represented Ghana in Bali, Indonesia, and it's unfortunate he couldn't make it here today. But then what a game that would have been if he was to be here. Here is another opportunity. Benzema getting his second goal of the day. 2 goals already by Benzema and 4 goals in total for MBO, who seems to know no stopping right here. Victor.
Now the big Benz has finally got you on the road. I mean, he's in cruise control at the moment, and MBO is really driving that Benz. I mean, look at it, how he flashes inside. I mean, total control of this game. His dominance can be broken in this game, but maybe in the away match or in the next match, in the second leg, I perceive that faculty maybe might twist his game plan a bit and become a bit stronger.
I'm not sure this perception is what I want to see. You definitely
The
MBO.
miracles. I mean, the miracles of football still okay.
Miracles do okay. I mean, talk of miracles. We've seen miracles.
The Barcelona 1996, I guess.
And Liverpool also in 2004, 2006 between AC Milan and then Liverpool. I mean, all those are miracles. But then
the Roma miracle also.
The Roma, definitely.
And it's Barcelona. Oh, okay. Okay, so faculty is in Barcelona now. I know envisage.
Exactly. So 87 minutes on the clock. We just have about a few minutes to end this first match, and look at that, a penalty here for MBU, an opportunity to make it 5 goals, and Mbappe makes no mistake right there from the spot. MBU is cruising, he is flying, and Mbappe also getting his second goal of the day. 5-0. What a scoreline. Is this what you envisaged before this match?
Yeah, I think it was foreseen. I mean, Yao told you his favorite, and he went for MBO. He knows his quality. He knows what this chap can do. And he said that in the first group game, they had a stalemate. That tells you the quality of MBO, and it's no shocking that he's playing. He's beating faculty in this game by 5-0. I mean, that's match.
If MBO continues like this, we are definitely destined for a very exciting final right there between him and Joao. But then, of course, we have 3 minutes of injury time, added time to be played here. Faculty was trying to get a consolation of a goal, but unfortunately, the ball didn't fall right for him. It is MBO trying to look for a sick. Come on, MBO, don't you get tired of scoring? And that brings us to the end of the first leg. 5 goals it is, and look at possession-wise. France had a minority of possession, 46% as compared to 54%, but then they got the most goals here.
Yes, Barcelona did what they knew how to do best. That is possess the ball.
Exactly.
But again, France, even against Morocco in the World Cup, they allowed them to dominate, and then they played, and they had a goal. Now, maybe faculty is a very good gamer. Faculty love to possess. So what MBO did was to allow him possess the game, let him enjoy the game, and he punished him out of enjoying the game.
All right, so faculty has been definitely punished. There's punishments probably maybe worse than kneeling down or maybe squatting. What other punishments do you remember from your childhood?
Oh, I mean, reading.
And that is definitely a difficult punishment that MBO has meted out to faculty. But then the second leg, without wasting much time, is underway right here. Quick kickoff there from the Barcelona team. And Jules Koundé has lost it very early on. MBO with Benzema right here. The big Benz, the S-Class Benz, the C-Class Benz, whatever Benz you want him to be right here. Trying to get that first goal, and the rebound falling to Rabiot, but then the woodwork has saved faculty in this situation. That would have been, another record early goal right here today, Victor.
Yeah, I mean, that really came to their rescue very early in this game. Less than 4 minutes already, and NBO is beginning to tell what he wants to do in this game. Absolutely quality, and it tells you that he has a plan in this game. He knows what he's doing, and look at how he wanted to just start it. Really putting the razzle through the heart of faculty.
Wow. Here comes MBO again. Kylian Mbappe couldn't beat Jordi Alba on the right flank right there. Ferran Torres also failing to get his pass through. Tiki-taka affair here in the middle of the pitch. And it looks like the referee has spotted an infringement. Ronald Araujo causing that one. Andre Rabiot behind the ball here for MBO. Lifts a long one in there, and where did the ball go?
I mean, masterclass of delivery.
Wow.
Andre Rabiot, I mean, hit it as his height would suggest. I mean, quality delivery.
Very quality delivery right there. MBO definitely knows how to work those set pieces, but then unfortunately, he couldn't get a goal right out of this one. It was close, but then not close enough to register a score on the scoreboard. Here comes Ferran Torres to Memphis Depay, that Netherlands international who has Ghanaian blood running through him. Couldn't get control of the ball again. He's lost it. But then, back and forth here in the middle, it's Ousmane Dembele, the French international, finds Pedri to Depay to Lewandowski, but Lewandowski couldn't stay strong on the ball here. It is Pedri, that youngster, finding Ferran Torres. Wow, what a dicey affair now. Second leg, first half, but then no goals yet, as probably we may be expecting.
Yeah, I mean, it's too early in this particular second leg. I mean, of course, the first match, it took MBO about 20-30 minutes into the game before he finally broke the deadlock, and right in the second leg, I mean, he's just studying the game. He wants to find out those weaknesses in the half of Faculty, and he'll just thump him.
All right, so 18 minutes in the first half here, getting close to that 20th minute where in the first leg MBU got his goal. Can he replicate that right here? He has an opportunity. It is Mbappe latching onto that pass from Benzema. Mbappe, he's been pushed off the ball, but then Benzema!
Oh, what a save.
Getting very close right there, but then of course Marc-Andre ter Stegen proving why he is among the best shot stoppers in this world. Getting that save right there for Faculty. Here comes Faculty with an attack of his own. Ferran Torres finds Pedri. It is Pedri on the left flank. Oh, what a skill move there to stop and 10. But then Memphis Depay couldn't do same. He's lost it. Benzema trying to find Mbappe right there, but then Mbappe couldn't latch onto that pass there. Frankie de Jong finds Jordi Alba. Jordi Alba to Pedri. Pedri to Ferran Torres. Depay. He's been crushed there by the midfielders of the French national team. MBO doing very, very neat defending right there, even from midfield.
You see how he defends? He double marks the Faculty, double marks Faculty. I mean, look at the Barcelona team. He makes sure that he does just not allow man marking, but he does it double so that if this one fails to get the ball out of the path of the Barcelona player, the other will. I mean, fantastic game plan.
A very important chip in there from Victor, noticing the two-man marking from MBO, and that has really stifled the attack of Faculty right here. But here comes Faculty. Memphis Depay with an opportunity to shoot, but then, wow, a block just in time to save the French national team, who probably may have gone down. But then the resulting corner kick here, affected by Ousmane Dembele. The connection couldn't come through well. But Victor, seems you have something to say.
Yeah, I mean, Memphis Depay was hoping to pay some of the depth of Faculty, but I mean, his shot was not just enough. I mean, to clear one of those depth. 5 goals, I mean, he's owing.
Definitely, he is in a very big depth right here. And here comes MBO looking to add on to the depth. A very lovely shot right there from the left foot of Mbappe, but then excellent goalkeeping again from Marc-Andre ter Stegen. Here comes Pedri. Very woeful pass right there. The French get onto it, but then Frankie de Jong comes in with a dispossession. It is Memphis Depay for Faculty. Faculty trying to get an attack here, but then the attack of Faculty has just become too predictable, don't you think?
Very predictable. I mean, he's lacking ideas at this moment. Oh my goodness. And it's in. And that is Karim Mustafa Benzema, the world best player at the moment. I mean,
of course, obviously the Ballon d'Or holder right there, showing and proving why he has that trophy sitting in his personal cabinet. Look at the passing system right here. Mbappe wasn't selfish. He fed into Benzema, and Benzema with the right foot killed it into the bottom corner right there. And that is MBO, the man who is leading affairs here 6-0 on aggregate, and definitely he would be happy about that. I saw him shaking his head. I don't know if it's a dance or it's a celebration sign or whatever it is, but then that definitely is teasing enough for Faculty.
Very teasing. And look at Faculty. I mean, it's look, if it's possible to say MBO, I will not play this game again, I mean, Faculty would have done it, but
Most
look,
definitely,
you need to earn it. You need to earn it. I mean, he's been lashed, not just lashed, wall lashed.
Surely, if this was a boxing match, I'm sure Faculty would have thrown in the towel. But then this is football. You have to live out the 90 minutes regulation time. But unfortunately, I had a recent incident where there was a friendly match between the local Black Stars and, of course, the Mozambique team, where they had to walk out even before the 90 minutes. What happened? I'm sure you have more news about that.
Well, I didn't really follow much of that, but you know, there are lots of things that will allow a team to walk out in the match. Maybe probably, I mean, their plan or maybe the information they had going to the game, they have not been satisfied on the match day.
Obviously, according to reports, there was a penalty decision in favor of the local Black Stars. I mean, is it the Black
Galaxies?
The Black Galaxies, yes. And that didn't go down so well with officials from the Mozambique team, and so they had to, call their players off the pitch. And I don't know if in modern football that is allowed.
But that must be crazy. I mean, just imagine African Cup of Nations.
It was actually a preparatory match.
Build up for the CHAN, African Nations Championship. I mean, I'm just saying that, assuming this was an African Cup of Nations or World Cup, or even look at the penalties, some of these penalty situations at the World Cup. A team says that, no, I feel that this is no penalty, and they just decide to walk out. I mean, that is a huge dent on football. I mean, it was never going to reward them a trophy. I mean, they could have just relaxed and then get back, but they decide to, just show their emotions in the game, and that was very bad.
Very bad right there, and I'm sure if Faculty had that chance, he might do that here. But here's the situation: he has to live through the hell that MBO is giving him here. Second half underway, 52 minutes played, still 1-0 in the second leg. On aggregates, that's 6-0.
No, I perceive if Faculty puts this game part down, I'm telling you, the Barcelona players will still be standing on the pitch.
Definitely, they will stand on till the end of the 90 minutes, and I'm sure if even they stand on, they might do better than he's doing without him controlling them.
I mean, hey, that's just too much.
That's just too much. Well, look, Robert Lewandowski losing that ball right there, and at this point, it looks like Faculty doesn't know what to do when he is in attack. It is MBO here with Rabiot, who's been pushed off, but then the referee notices a foul there, and it's been awarded accordingly to the French national team. Andre Rabiot, who's been very instrumental for this French national side here, finds Mbappe there, but then Mbappe losing it to Frankie de Jong. This Pedri feeds to Ferran Torres. Torres finds Depay. Depay couldn't stand on the ball. Jules Koundé doing his defensive duties. Ousmane Dembele, the left and right-footed player, couldn't also thread a pass through, and at this point all seems to be going wrong for Faculty. Nothing seems to be working for him. His passes are awful, his runs are awful, and even his defending is very bad too.
I think it just needs a psychological massage at this point. I mean, if there was a chance to pause the game and then talk to your coach, perhaps if there was, he needs a serious psychological massage, to beat. But the interesting news is that if
before that interesting news, look at that, ladies and gentlemen. It is Vital getting getting that second goal there for MB on this second leg right here, giving us a 7-0 aggregate scoreline.
Wow, avalanche of goals, 7-goal trailer in this game, and it's all to the credit of one person, MBU. Look, it tells you that he loves to attack, he loves to flex his attacking muscles, he loves to take the game to his opponent, and especially if you notice that this is opponent he's playing against is someone who he can punish. Look, he's not going to be merciful on them at all. He will merciless.
At this point, please, MBO, I'm pleading with you. Please be a bit merciful with Faculty. Yes, we know you are being dominant. You are teaching him a big lesson here, but then at least give him one consolation to probably cool him down and comfort him. But then it looks like MBO is hearing none of that. No mercy for the cripple right here in this game. It is Depay, finds Jules Koundé. Koundé, can he get in the cross? He does, but Lewandowski couldn't get to it. An excellent man-marking defending right there from. And look at that searching through pass right there. It is a lofted pass, a lofted effort from the man in form, Karim Mustafa Benzema. And look at that through pass. Very beautiful vision to get that pass. The goalkeeper rushed on to make a save, but then Benzema... Oh, come on. MBO is such a player.
Such a hilarious player. He's laughing. And you watch the other side. Faculty knows that, look, I'm just playing against the big boy. MBO. He just returned ahead. He should be a threat to any game at this particular point in time. If you are being paired against him, you know that you are going to play against someone who has just touchdown in Ghana. He has played with some of the finest gamers on the world map. Exactly. And he's learned some lessons. I'm sure he has been beaten in Istanbul, and he has learned few lessons from them as well. Obviously. He's here to replicate it and teach maybe some of his guys also some of these new strategies.
That's very true there, Victor. And MBO, he's just full of smiles. He's showed his teeth right from the start of the match. through till this stage where we are about getting to an end, and it looks like there will be a switch up for the French national team. Despite all those goals, MBO is not satisfied. He's still making some changes right there in his attack, in his midfield, and even in his defense to just show up and beef up his team. I probably thought at this moment he just probably want to just relax and maybe allow his opponent Faculty to get into the game, but then MBO is having none of that. Of course, there are some changes also happening for Faculty right there, but then it is Accra Esports Week, ladies and gentlemen, where we are at day 4. We have brought to you the Conquest Efootball tournament right here, and we are in that semi-final stage where we are looking for the first and the 2 finalists who are going to battle out for first and second place, and also of course the remaining semi-finalists who battle out for a 3rd and 4th match right here. But then already in this match that is going on between MBO and Faculty, both of the Play Province team, they are now at an aggregate of 7-0 against Faculty. MBO scoring all 7 goals right there.
Yeah, I think MBO will be looking for 1 goal to finish it.
Actually 8 goals now, pardon me. Yes,
yeah, 8 goals now. He'll be looking for, I think he should be looking for 3 more goals. I mean, to dash each player of Faculty a goal each. I mean, there are 11 players on the field.
Are you that wicked? Oh,
I mean, look, he would love to set a record here as reference for next year. Perhaps.
Well, perhaps, of course, when you score this much, you definitely send out a warning to your future opponents for them to know that, hey, this guy, he is no pushover, he is no runover, he can punish you if you aren't really careful right there. And here comes MBO trying to get the 4th of the second semi-final game right here. It was a beautiful corner kick right there, but then ball couldn't find its way into the net.
Yeah, don't forget that in the first game, Prince against Yao, it was just a goal to nil. And if MBO is scoring so much goals, I mean, that should be sending a lot of signals, red signals, of course, to Yao that final at the Accra Esports, I mean, is going to be massive. He needs to be
definitely is going to be massive, and Yao, wherever he is, might be shaking with the prospect of MBO coming up against him after MBO getting this huge scoreline in a semi-final game right here. And here comes MBO, who isn't wanting to rest. Quickly dispossessed, and the Barcelona team is building an attack here. Ansu Fati finds Pablo Torre, and it looks like a lot of shake-up in the setup for the Barcelona team right here. Ferran Torres is off. He's been replaced by Pablo Torre. Also, we've seen Ansu Fati come in. I'm sure he's coming to replace Pedri. Sergio Busquets finds Lewandowski. Kevin effort, but then just a few inches above that goalpost right there. And that was at least a beautiful attempt there from Faculty. What do you think?
Yeah, very beautiful attempt. It's just unfortunate that Lewandowski was not able to hit the back of the net. But again, you look at the display of emotions and passion by Lewandowski. That is what Faculty is just experiencing.
Definitely, Faculty is going through such a hard day here at the office. Very difficult day, I'm sure. With this situation, he would probably may have wished to just disappear and then find himself in his bed at home, rather than be here taking in and swallowing goals like a basket that's placed under a mango tree.
I mean, it's just following. Nobody's plugging the goals. Nobody's plugging those mangoes. I mean, Mbo is just plugging them in, and it's just hard.
And now that brings us to an end of the Conquest Efootball situation right here for today. We have our 2 finalists, and after such a gruesome match, we have MBO getting in there with 8 goals aggregate. Wow, what a way to win a match. Very class way right there. And so we are now going to go for a break. After this break, we are going to speak to the players, and afterwards we'll wrap up for day 4 of the Accra Esports Week. We'll be right back. Stay tuned. All right, we are going for a break now, and after this break, we'll be back.
Be forged in the glorious realm.
Mirage, quiet. Path, are we clear?
This is my favorite part. Exciting. Game over. Thanks for playing.
It is Accra Esports Week, where we have had the Efootball Conquest here, and I've been joined by an exciting pair of young men who actually did battle right here for that stage on the grand final. Already, mind you, we had the first semi-final match where Joao came up against Prince, and Joao beating Prince by just a lone goal. But then we saw a contrasting match in the second semi-final game where MBO right here next to me scored, his friend. Faculty. Are you friends or are you enemies?
Yes.
Oh, you're still friends. Oh, please speak into the microphone.
Friends.
Yeah. No, let me ask faculty. Oh, are you still friends?
We are still friends.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm cool.
Okay, all right. So after the match right there where MBO scored 8 goals to 0 on aggregate against Faculty, let's get to talk to MBO. How are you doing, MBO?
I'm good.
Now, you are the man in form. You went to Istanbul, Turkey to represent Ghana, and it looks like you've brought a lot back here with you. How was that whole experience for you?
It's experience, I have to take it to go represent my country, and I've learned a lot of things there, and I'm showing it here.
Yes, indeed, you are definitely showing it here. But then, how did that match go for you? Was it just an easy match for you, or it was quite challenging, just that you probably put in, some tricks that you had in there?
Oh, no, I did what I always do. So it was like I was just having fun. And
wow.
Although
a semi-final match, you are just having fun.
I don't need to introduce myself because the world knows me.
Definitely.
And they know what I can do, and
obviously, this is our superstar world. If you don't know him, that is Ghana's best e-football player, arguably. In fact, unarguably, he is the best. But then let's speak to Faculty. Faculty, how are you doing?
I'm good.
Before this tournament, you said a lot of things behind the scenes, but you've done well actually coming to the semi-final stage. Yeah. But in this particular match against MBO, what went wrong?
Oh, I would say this is not my field. I'm a FIFA player, and after I played with him, he scored me 8 aggregate. So I'll say it's normal because I'm a FIFA player.
Oh, why are you now trying to give an excuse of being a FIFA player? You know you're a FIFA player. Why don't you stick with FIFA? You started to play eFootball, and you've been scored, and now you're giving an excuse.
I was once a eFootball player.
Thank you. So just admit you've been scored, and then tell me what went wrong.
Oh, I would say my defense was bad. Yeah, and I was forced with giving him my balls, giving my opponent balls. I don't keep the balls with my players. Yeah, that's what I would say. I've been giving false passes and things.
It looks like probably you need to be training more. But then tell me, how has your experience been so far during this Accra Esports Week?
Oh, it's been fun. Yeah, but I've been kicked out from the FIFA tournament. So I was dreaming if I could take this eFootball tournament, but unfortunately MBO took me out. So.
But then don't worry, I think you still have a 3rd and 4th place match to play against Prince right there. Now going into that match, what do you have to tell Prince? What should we expect?
You should expect more. Yeah.
But hold on, Prince was right here in that same seat. He told us that we should expect nothing but a win, and you are telling us to expect
it's a
more.
lie.
So more of what? More of the losses?
More of winning and more goals.
Interesting.
Yeah.
But then let me speak to MBU now. MBU, you are now in the final stage, which will be played at the Accra Mall. Mind you, let me bring to you some clarification. You know, the grand final we play at the Accra Mall at the food court. Yes, at the food court. Although some games will be played at the Accra Esports Stadium, particularly for the girls in gaming. But then that very grand final match of the eFootball will be held inside the food court of the Accra Mall. So, MBU, you are coming up against Joao. I'm sure you saw him play.
Yeah.
What are you expecting? Is it going to be another easy one? Are you going to have fun again? Or the one will be serious business?
Oh, it's going to be a very difficult game because I played with him in the group stage and we drew. So, I'm going to show him what I can do. I was just looking at how he plays. And now I've seen how he plays. He likes to defend, he likes to hold the ball, and I'm going to show him the best way of attacking.
Wow, interesting times right here. Our superstar says he saw that Portuguese man in action, and he definitely has mapped out a strategy to, conquer him right there. But without last words, you guys, you've done so well representing Play Province. What do you have to say to your people back home?
Okay. I want to say, I want to thank my boss, Mr. Herbert, for doing this great team and signing such a talented players as us. So I'm very happy to be part of the team, and I'm not surprised me getting to the final because this no one's. If I'm to wear to like a football team, I'm gonna be like Real Madrid getting to Champions League final. Champions League final. It's not a surprise thing if you see Real Madrid in the final in Champions League. I'm not surprised, and it's not anything like not pressure and.
All right. So, I mean, those are some very big words coming from the main man himself, MBO. Now, what does the MBO stand for?
It means Money Boy Oscar.
Wow, Money Boy Oscar right there. So that means you are going for that money. I mean, the 500 Ghana free prize.
Yeah, definitely.
I love the confidence. And so at this note, we'll just switch on to a break. And after the break, we're bringing to you the very last match of the day that is coming on between Faculty right there and Prince in the third and fourth encounter. And then on Saturday, we are going to see MBO versus Joao in that grand final right there. Second stay, we'll be right back shortly. All right, we are waiting for that break, but then as I have announced, we are going to witness the third and fourth match shortly, and I hope, come on, if you're at home watching on the stream, please bring in your predictions. I'll be getting on the stream very soon to bring some comments that have come through, and of course, bring your predictions, third and fourth, between Faculty and Prince. Let me see who you think is going to win, but then let's go for a break, and then we'll bring that match right after. It is the Accra Esports Week. Stay tuned. All right, we are still waiting for that break right there. But mind you, this is Accra Esports Week, day 4 of the action. It is the Conquest eFootball Championship. And now we are just about wrapping up. But then we have to play that third and fourth coming up between Faculty and Prince, as I've announced. And so we'll be right back after this break to bring you the action from that last game of the day. Stay tuned. We will be right back.
Ha 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 ha!